Hello? Oh, hey man. Yeah, of course I saw it. Oh, I know. Imagine not being able to talk on the phone with a phone that covers your whole face. Apple fans just don't get it. Alright, yeah, I gotta go. I'm making a video on my thoughts on the new iPhones. Wait, is Tim Apple seriously talking on a huge empty auditorium right now? Weird flex, bro, but alright. Anyways, man, I gotta go. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, later, dude. Yo guys, Jake Bacon here, and welcome to Bacon Bits episode 4, where we cook up thoughts on the latest tech news and releases. And you guys saw the title. I'm really just having fun with that, but I do really like Samsung. I have the Fold 2, Galaxy Watch 3, Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, and I've had most of Samsung's phones to date. But to add to some credibility here, I also have a MacBook Pro, 2 iPads, and an iPhone 11 Pro Max. And I personally use many iPhones. I know a lot of you love Apple, and no matter what, you like what they put out, and will buy it. And I do appreciate your guys' loyalty, I really do. But as someone who has used many different products, I just thought it would be fun to make a video on my thoughts on the new iPhone 12 lineup. Plus, a lot of you guys have been asking me a lot on Instagram what I thought, so here it goes. But before I do, make sure to subscribe for more content like this, massage that like button until it starts to sizzle, and ring the bell for that sweet, sweet smell of bacon in your inbox. And I'm not gonna lie, Apple's marketing and events, they get me all warm and fuzzy as much as the next guy. And that cinematography, it's just gorgeous. But as consumers, we need to take their marketing with a grain of salt and look at it objectively. So Apple announced 4 different iPhones this time around. The new iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 Pro, and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And there's a lot of cool stuff that I like with these this time around. But first, let's just say what I'm disappointed with. That notch. I just don't understand how they haven't changed it yet. I know some of you don't care, but almost every phone coming out these days, from the cheapest to the most expensive, has found some way or another to decrease it or get rid of the notch. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about the notch. Does it bother you? Do you not care? Do you like it more than what other manufacturers are doing? Let me know. And also, how much of an emphasis they put on 5G. Look, adding 5G into the new iPhone 12, it's great. But I've used and own a 5G phone, and right now, most of the time, I get worse speeds than with 4G LTE, and I'm willing to bet that you guys probably don't even have 5G in your area yet. 5G has a lot of maturing to do, so the huge emphasis on it, I just don't really get it. But luckily, every iPhone this year will have it, which I think is super cool. I like how they are including it across the whole product line, unlike other manufacturers are doing. So either way, no matter which iPhone you guys get, you're gonna be ready for the future. Okay, so the iPhone 12. I personally love the new flat design. It's reminiscent of some of the older phones, and it's probably funny coming from a Samsung fan who likes to curve everything, but the curved displays, while they do look cool, they're more prone to accidental touches and are more annoying to find good screen protectors for. And maybe it's because I've been staring at a curved screen for so long, but I'm loving the look of the new flat design. So I think this new ceramic shield specialized glass definitely sounds interesting, but as we know with Gorilla Glass, these specifications don't always hold up in real world use, so we gotta wait and see some of those drop tests. I don't think I'll be doing any though, because that's a little too rich for my blood. They say it has 4 times better drop protection, so I'm curious how that'll play out. But really, I wanna know if it will offer any better scratch resistance, because for me, that's my biggest issue rather than actually dropping and cracking the screen. But it's cool nonetheless. So we finally got it. We weren't 100% sure, but they didn't let us down. A new, way crispy, higher resolution screen and those amazing inky blacks from that OLED screen. Yes, thank you. I mean, after using an AMOLED screen on Samsung phones for years, I was just starting to feel bad, but that's over. Welcome to 2020. Now, let's talk about those cameras. They're nice. In a world where everyone's gone mad and has started adding like 1 million cameras to their phones, I kind of like the simplicity of just the 2 good cameras on the iPhone 12. Yes, I know that they have 3 on the iPhone 12 Pro, which I think is okay, but hear me out. How many of you actually take advantage of all those different cameras? I think having 2 cameras with great specs, which these do have, is a better, more viable, usable option for most people. And I love, love, love that they decided to go with a faster aperture instead of racing to see who can have the highest megapixel count. If you know anything about cameras, you'll know that the f1.6 aperture will translate into much better usable photos and videos for almost everyone rather than a higher megapixel count. There's also a lot of cool new software features with these cameras as well, like the night mode for the front-facing camera. The top of the line features like 10-bit recording and Pro RAW are of course only in the iPhone 12 Pro model, but really, how many are gonna truly need that? I think it's funny because even my Sony a7 III that I'm recording to you guys on now only has 8-bit recording. But I definitely want to get my hands on the phone and see how those really translate into everyday use. The thing is, most pros are always going to be using actual cameras, but hey, if you already have it on your phone, it will be cool to mess around with. And if you're a pro, let me know what you think about the new Pro features. Alright, so another disappointment this year is no USB-C. We got MagSafe instead. But why didn't they just do both? Almost all my devices use USB-C now, so this would have been a much welcomed feature. But come on, MagSafe is honestly pretty sweet. I mean, magnets, how do they work? No one? SCP? Am I dating myself? Alright, but really, we got all these new cool accessories, like the wireless charger, the credit card holder for, you know, your Apple credit card, the cases, etc. And I mean, come on, who doesn't love magnets? This is one of those things I really hope that Android copies. Samsung, please? Alright, so no charger in the box. I mean, to me, it's whatever. We've been expecting this, and if that's that much of a big deal to you, then just don't buy the phone. I think we'll get over it, and it's just gonna be the new norm. Do I really think that good guy Tim Apple over there did this for environmental reasons? I mean, I don't know. But if it really does help out our environment, then I'm all for it. The new colors always get you guys excited, and they're looking pretty dang fresh this year. I personally am kind of liking that new gold phone. What's your guys' favorite color? And of course, we got a new A14 chip. I mean, that's, I don't know, kind of boring to me. I mean, it's faster. But I mean, phones are so fast nowadays that except in benchmarks, I don't know if you're really even gonna notice a difference. But that actually brings me to my last criticism. No 120 Hz display. I mean, come on. And I know you guys are gonna argue, but battery life. Well, no. My Fold 2 and Note 20 Ultra, they both have 120 Hz, and I mean, their battery is perfectly fine. They aren't winning any battery life awards or anything like that, but I mean, I get a full day out of both of them most of the time. And you might not care about 120 Hz, and there will be nothing I can do to convince you, but it's like when people were hesitant to upgrade to SSDs in computers and now in the new consoles, but they make so much of a difference in the smoothness and the feel of your machine, and are one of the most noticeable upgrades you can make. That is how 120 Hz is and high refresh displays are like. You can keep improving the CPU, but in everyday use, that higher refresh rate, you're just gonna really feel it, and it feels so much faster and smoother. I think it's a bummer that they didn't add it, but hopefully next year. All right, so what's actually my favorite announcement this year? Honestly, and this might sound weird coming from someone who uses the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 as their daily driver, the iPhone 12 mini. It's a smaller form factor and cheaper, but it still keeps that same overall look and design and still has a decent sized screen. And I just know personally so many people who have been wanting a smaller phone like this without many compromises. And I'm glad that they finally gave it to them. And lastly, can we all just get along? The main arguments I've seen going around are about the update cycles. Statistics have shown that smartphone users on average upgrade their phones from 24 to 26 months, so basically every 2 years. I know that isn't everyone, but that's the average, and then longer than 3 years is definitely a way smaller group of people. Apple supporting their devices for 5 years is nice, but it really hardly matters for anyone, and I think in the list of reasons to choose Android over iPhone, or vice versa, it's pretty far down on the list. Keep it in your back pocket, but please stop using it as your main argument. I also don't really understand why you guys argue so much about it in the first place. I mean, we are living in a time where there are so many amazing phones to choose from across all price ranges, from the lowest to the highest priced phones. So it's an awesome time to be a consumer. You don't need to convert people to your side or defend your choices. Just use what you like. Yes, some of these upgrades are pretty incremental, but there are some neat features this year that I definitely want to get my hands on and play around with. Alright guys, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe for more, and always remember, in bacon we trust. Peace.